When Ayan was 12, life struck him with its first real storm. His father fell from a construction site and injured his back. The doctor said he would never be able to work the same way again. Overnight, the small income that fed their family disappeared. The house grew quieter, the meals grew smaller, and hope began to shrink. Ayan watched his mother's tired hands tremble as she stitched faster, trying to earn more. He saw his father stare silently at the ceiling, defeated by something he could not fight. That was the first time Ayan felt fear, not fear of darkness. Not fear of failure, but fear of helplessness. He was only a child, yet the weight of responsibility started pressing against his chest. One evening, he made a decision that changed everything. He would work after school, carrying 2 worlds every morning. Ayan went to school with dusty shoes and unfinished homework. Every afternoon, he worked at a small roadside tea stall, washing cups and serving customers. The owner often shouted at him. Customers ignored him. Some even laughed at his torn clothes. "Study," one man mocked. "People like you are born to serve, not to dream." Those words pierced him, but instead of breaking him, they planted something powerful: determination. At night, when the village slept, Ayan studied under the same dim bulb where his mother stitched clothes. Sometimes he was so tired that the words on the page blurred. Sometimes hunger distracted him, but he remembered his mother's voice, "Protect your light," so he kept going. The day hope. Almost died life doesn't test you once. It tests you again and again. When Ayan was 16, his mother became seriously ill. Long hours of stitching had damaged her eyesight and weakened her body. Medical bills piled up like heavy stones. Ayan felt trapped. He considered leaving school completely to work full-time. It seemed logical. It seemed necessary. One night, sitting beside his mother's bed, he whispered, "Maybe dreams are not for people like us." His mother, weak but aware, held his hand. "Dreams are not for the lucky," she said softly. "They are for the brave." Those words became fire inside him. That night, Ayan cried, not because he was weak, but because he understood something powerful. Strength is not the absence of pain. Strength is choosing to continue despite it. The breaking point the following year was the hardest of his life. He failed an important exam. Yes, after all his effort, all his sleepless nights, he failed. When the results were announced, his classmates celebrated. Ayan stood frozen, staring at the paper that declared him unsuccessful. For a moment, everything felt meaningless. All the sacrifices, all the work, all the hope. He walked home slowly, the sky dark above him. For the first time, he questioned himself deeply. What if I'm not strong enough? What if hope is just a lie we tell ourselves? He reached home and saw his father struggling to stand. He saw his mother squinting at fabric she could barely see, and in that moment, something shifted. Failure did not mean the end. It meant the fight had just begun. Rebuilding from ashes, instead of quitting, Ayan changed his strategy. He sought help from teachers. He borrowed books. He studied smarter, not just harder. He woke up earlier. He reduced his working hours slightly, even though it meant less money. People still doubted him. Why try again? Some said. You already failed. But they didn't understand something powerful. Ayan was no longer studying only for success. He was studying for survival. He was studying to break a cycle. And when your reason is bigger than your fear, fear loses its power. The turning point. Next year, Ayan appeared for the exam again. This time, he passed. Not just passed, he ranked among the top students in his district. The same people who once mocked him now congratulated him. The tea stall owner proudly told customers, he worked here, you know. But Ayan knew the truth. The victory was not in the certificate. The victory was in the resilience. A new journey begins with scholarships and community support. Ayan moved to the city for higher education. The city was overwhelming. Tall buildings, fast traffic, confident students who spoke fluent English. Everything felt intimidating. For a few weeks he felt small again, but he had learned something valuable. Feeling small does not mean you are weak. It means you are growing. He improved his communication skills. He joined study groups. He worked part-time jobs. He faced rejection, embarrassment, and moments of loneliness. Yet every time doubt appeared, he remembered the village, the cracked walls. The dim yellow bulb he had survived worse. When strength becomes purpose, years passed. Ayan graduated with honors. He secured a stable job in a respected company. His income allowed him to provide medical care for his parents and rebuild their house. But something inside him remained restless. Success felt incomplete. One evening, while visiting his village, he saw children studying under streetlights, just like he once had. In their eyes, he saw himself, and that was the moment he understood his true purpose. Strength is not just about rising alone, it is about lifting others when you rise. Lighting other candles, Ayan started a small foundation in his village. It began with a few books, a rented room, and volunteer teachers. He funded it with part of his salary. The goal was simple: provide education and mentorship to children who could not afford it. Many said it wouldn't last, but Ayan had faced worse doubts before. Slowly, the foundation grew. More students joined. Scholarships were arranged. Partnerships were built. Children who once believed they were born to serve began dreaming of becoming doctors, engineers, artists, teachers. The cycle of hopelessness began to break. The true meaning of strength. One day, a young boy approached Ayan and said, "Sir, how did you become so strong?" Ayan smiled. "I wasn't born strong," he replied. "I became strong the day I decided not to give up. Strength is built in moments of weakness. Hope is born in moments of darkness." The invisible battle, what most people never saw, were the invisible battles Ayan fought inside. There were nights in the city when he questioned if he belonged. There were mornings when exhaustion whispered, "Stop." There were months when money was tight again, but strength is not a loud roar. It is a quiet voice that says, "Try one more time." Lessons from the journey. Ayan's story teaches us powerful truths. Your background does not define your future. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of it. Pain can either break you or build you. The choice is yours. Hope is a decision, not a feeling. True success is helping others rise. The final test years later, when his father passed. Away peacefully, Ayan stood beside his grave with tears in his eyes. He whispered, "I did it, Abba. We did it." It wasn't about wealth. It wasn't about recognition. It was about proving that strength can grow in the poorest soil, if hope is watered daily. The untold truth: many people see success and assume it came easily. They see the finished building. Not the broken bricks. They see the light, not the years spent in darkness. The untold story of strength and hope is this: behind every strong person is a chapter they don't talk about. Behind every success is a season of doubt. Behind every smile is a battle survived. Your turn. Maybe you are facing your own storm right now. Maybe you feel tired. Maybe you feel invisible. Maybe you feel like giving up. But remember this: strength is not something you wait for. It is something you build. Hope is not something you find. It is something you choose. Every time you stand up after falling, you become stronger. Every time you believe despite fear, you become braver. Every time you help someone else while struggling yourself, you become unstoppable. A final message: if a boy from a small village with cracked walls and a dim yellow bulb can transform his life, so can you. Your circumstances are temporary. Your potential is permanent. Protect your light. Guard your hope. And when life tests you, stand firm and say, "I am stronger than my struggles." Because the untold story of strength and hope is waiting to be written by you.